From Tech Tips here. In today's video, we're going to learn about for loops in Python. So, for loops in Python are very similar to while loops, but the main difference is that for loops does it over a sequence of items. For example, you can make a for loop specifically do something for 4 times, while with while loops is until specific condition is true. For example, if I set a variable called cold and equals to true, that's how the while loop would end. So the syntax for loops, or just the way you write them, is for a item, that's how you do inside you do the same you're looping it. Now this can also be anything, and this is considered a variable by Python because it's defined within the for loop. And this item is just whatever is inside here that's currently looping through. Now, there are many ways that you can loop through in a for loop. For example, you can use strings. Now, with strings, you can have it go through each character here. Because technically, if you really think about it, strings are just a series of characters. So you can do print item, and after that, you can see a nice piece of code here, Python, written vertically. Now, after that, there's also more mainstream ways to it, and there's 2 different ones: the range function and list. Now, lists are very useful when you want to go over specific items. For example, you can make a list called job. Now, the way to make lists, obviously, as you can see, square brackets. After that, and see what inside of it. It doesn't have to just be strings. It could be numbers, variables, or anything else. But I'm just using strings. And then you separate it with commas. The space is just a design choice, but please use spaces. It looks horrendous about them. So I'll put John. I'll put my name, Ahmad. I'll put Macy. Why not? After that, we would put Darius. Now, after that, we can also print all these items out too. As you can see, boom, we have the whole entire list there. Now, after that, there's also another way to do it, and that is range. Now, this range function is most commonly used in for loops, and that's because it lets you define specifically what number you want to loop in. So, let's say you want it to loop 5 times. When you run this, you'll see that it actually has 5 numbers here, but the thing is, it goes from 0 to 4. The reason this is like this is because Python always starts from 0. And this is where the other arguments of range come. An argument, in terms of a function, is just the amount of data that you can put inside of it. So this is one argument, which is just one point of data, and now you can put more. Now, you put 1 here. Now 1 means that this code now starts from 1 and it goes onto 5. So if you go run this, boom, you see that it went to 1, but it didn't go to 5. Why? That's because the range function makes this inclusive while this is exclusive, which means this is included within the loop, but this thing is not. It's excluded from the loop. So if you want a 5 there, you actually need to put a 6, not 56, a 6. And so now you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. And there's also a third argument that you put inside the range, which is called steps. Now with steps, instead of having it go through order like this, you instead make it go by 2s and get all odd numbers, like that. As you can see, you can define it. That's how you get 1 to 4. This goes from 1, as a plus 3, it will be 4, and as there's no other variables. So yeah, that is for loops in Python. And now I have a challenge for you. You will get a shopping list. It will look like this. It will be shopping list. As that, you get a list. And it will have numbers in there, like 40, 30, 20, 10. These numbers in it. As that, what I want you to do is I want you to make a for loop that goes through and adds all these numbers up into a variable, and as that, it displays that variable onto the text right here to tell me how much my groceries cost. I'll see you when you get the solution. So now we're going to get the solution. So we have our shopping list right here, and we see that it is, wow, a list. So I'm going to make a variable called total cost, and this will help me store the total cost from this list when we run it through the for loop. So I set it equal to 0 because obviously we don't have any total cost right now. So I'm going to make the for loop. As that, I'm going to do prices because that's what they are. As that, I'm going to do it in shopping list. As that, boom. Now it's going to go and iterate through the shopping list. And iterate is just one time that a loop goes through a block of code. Iterations. So as that, we're going to have prices be the variable that is going through here. Every time it goes through each iteration, it'll equal to 40, 30, 20, and so on. So what we can do is actually very simple. We can take total cost here. As that, remember this? Well, yeah, we can actually apply it for variables too. As that, we can do this. Now the prices variable, each time it goes through, it's going to go through each one. It's going to add this to the total cost. So we're going to go 40, 70, as at 90, and after that, hopefully you get to 100 if everything goes right. After that, when the for loop ends, it'll break out this block of code. After that, it'll go to the next line. In the next line, we're going to print our results. So we're going to make this an F string. And all of that, we can easily format our variable inside the string. I think we'll say price. After that, we're going to put a dollar sign in front of it because it looks nicer. That's not square brackets. Curly brackets. There you go. After that, we can now put total cost inside there. And now if we try to run this, as you can see, we now have the total price of $100. So this is just a very simple example of this. Now we're going to move on to the next lesson.